Hey, listen, man. Listen, man. Hey, listen now. I don't know how many of you people believe in astrology. Yeah, that's right, baby. I am a Sagittarius. The most philosophical of all the signs. But anyway, I don't believe in it. I think it's a bunch of bullshit myself. But I'll tell you this, man. I don't know what's gonna happen, man. But I want to have my kicks before the whole shithouse goes up in flames.
Hi, I'm Johnny Knoxville. Welcome to Jackass.
22-minute podcast. 22-minute podcast. Don't want to take up much of your time. Just gonna read some headlines. Stuff.
Welcome to the 22-minute podcast. My name is Wes Sievertson. Today is Tuesday, March 11th, 2025. And I'm here with Mike Finley and James Fass.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
There they are. There they are.
Here we are.
Yeah, so in the open there, just want to say happy birthday, Johnny Knoxville. That is the last voice you heard. He's turning 54. He made it.
Oh, for now.
And he can still walk.
Yeah,
so
Jesus.
And I guess Jim Morrison has something to do with today?
That is correct.
Okay.
So I lost it. Here we go. On this day in 1972, Jim Morrison leaves for Paris and never returns.
So is that
I want to do that.
Is that a recording for, or is that?
That was like at the end of Roadhouse Blues on like a
Gotcha.
live show in Boston or something.
Gotcha.
And I remember hearing that when I was 12 and being like, yeah, woo, that's so hardcore.
So he leaves for Paris and he dies.
Well, yeah, because he was I don't remember what he was, like drug charges or something. He was fleeing the country to avoid charges.
Good for him.
Yeah, and then he OD'd in Paris.
To a non-extraditional country like Paris, France.
I think Paris would be like, yeah, we actually want to keep Jim.
Yeah, like we care about art here.
We can hold on to this American.
Right.
Yeah. This is one of the good ones.
We'll treat him right. And then they
We'll
did.
treat
All
Lock him in a
right.
cage.
Let's see. You know what? So important note on this day, 1950. Or I'm sorry, not even 19. It's just or what am I saying? On this day in 537, bro. 537, Goths lay siege to Rome. That had to be the sexiest sacking of a city ever. Just big titty Goth girls, just running around.
Pale, beautiful breasts.
Yeah, I see you have large breasts and they're pale.
The tits were bigger in 537.
Yeah,
I hear.
and they were just slapping around inside of some like armor, but also kind of like busting out at
Is
the
that
top
AD
a little bit.
or BC?
I'm
We'll
You
go
know
AD.
what? At this point,
right.
AD.
It's got to be AD. It's
it
got
could
to
be
AD.
25,000 million AD BC. Doesn't like that number is so fucking far away from my lifetime.
At the same time, it's really not that far. It's shockingly.
537, bro.
But we're connected on this day. You know?
I'm just saying. Well, you're right. It is a very long.
We're
I don't know.
almost 1,500.
But think of how many generations that is. It's not as many generations as you might.
All right, let's go ahead and count them out. One.
Let's see. Okay, so one.
Two.
And then two would be like the 20s or something, and then like
Oh no, you lost because you need three. But three makes.
and then three would be okay. So how old? Well, no, but they were younger when they had kids, so that'd be like it. So really, if my parents were,
They didn't live as long.
do you have an
either.
ancestry account? Do you have an
did they
ancestry.com
start at 12
account?
or 20? When
Okay.
did they start having kids?
Well, on this day in 1885, Bill the Butcher is buried in Brooklyn.
Bill the
That's
Butcher.
not that long ago. That's really not that long ago.
I cut my eye out.
I spew you from my mouth because you're lukewarm. Something like that.
That's really good.
Yeah, that is really good. I'm gonna say it again. You do great impressions.
Well, he also does a character.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's not like he's giving me nothing. He's giving me everything. Like,
Turn and fight me.
Dude, I gotta rewatch it. I love that movie so much, but I will say
pretty
it.
good.
I will say it over and over again. Even Daniel Day-Lewis is not believable loving Cameron Diaz, and that's why he lost the Oscar.
I feel like that's got to be on your bingo card too. 'Cause
Yeah.
that does come up. Maybe not as often as other things, but,
But I've said it for a good 20 years. No, maybe not that long. The movie,
2002.
right? It's barely been out.
Is that
that
the
long.
only good film Cameron Diaz was in was The Mask?
I like
I'd
Vanilla.
have to
I
go
like
through-
Vanilla Sky.
Right? Yeah, I'd have to really go through. You probably forget she was like, oh shit, she was in that or
How
something.
I
You know
feel
what I
about
mean?
Vanilla Sky.
It's fine. It's good.
I really
it's-
like Vanilla
okay.
Sky.
I think it's one of those
Tom
polar
Cruise
very.
ruins it.
I like Tom
Yeah,
Cruise.
that's
dude.
the thing. You know, for the longest time,
It
I didn't
sucks,
like Tom
yeah.
Cruise, but then
Well,
I
as a
have
person, you
had a
know.
new yes. No, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
But like
Why?
him in movies is
I love him.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's the really unfortunate part of Tom Cruise is that he is such a great actor.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, but it gives me the ick just like when Kevin Spacey comes on screen. You're like, God damn it, now I can't talk about this movie with my friends.
You know, at least I say at least Tom Cruise's unconsensual, is that right? Sexual liaisons had a contract.
yeah.
At
Oh,
lea-
man.
At least they signed a contract. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Said romance is dead.
It's like, man, well, romance is,
Sign here.
Let's
Sign
not have
here.
it. It's
This
2020.
is for cunnilingus.
It's 2025. Let's not have an unreasonable expectation of romance, James. Okay.
Whatever.
The world's on fire. How about yours? Okay.
That's the way I like it, and I will never get bored.
I'm already bored of it. On this day in 1997, Paul McCartney is knighted.
Ooh.
Yeah, he really should have looked
Banned
out.
from the daytime.
Like, it's hard. Like, if you're the checkerboard's not that complicated. Okay, if you're getting knighted that easy, like, he wasn't even that old.
Right.
He could have. Oh, king, you king someone. You don't knight them. Excuse me. Okay.
Checkers.
What are you talking about? The Checkers.
The restaurant.
Richard Nixon's dog.
Oh, I do love. That was a great golden retriever.
Get away from me, Checkers. Okay, anyway. On this day in 1996, the Mighty Mighty, what is this? Boss Tones released their 7th studio album. Let's
I
face
own
it.
that album still.
I have no idea who the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones is.
But but more importantly, their song
I feel like
the
that's the
impression
impression
that
that I get.
is great. But that single they played as a musical guest on SNL. The only time that Chris Farley hosted SNL. Actually,
Oh, okay,
2
cool.
months before he passed.
So
Wow.
so James, you're saying I'm giving non-Boss Tones?
Yeah.
That-
Yeah.
Like
So let's be realistic. The impression that I get is played more than any other Boston song
That
in
is
history.
true.
But
That is their
that
biggest
whole album
single.
I don't
is
even
full
know.
of bangers. Royal Oil. They've got like fucking 20 songs, or like 12 songs on that album that are all really fun to listen to, especially when you're 12 years old.
I
and
do
you
I can
don't
see
know
that.
anything
I
about
do like
anything.
that song a lot, and I heard it for the first. Like actually really listened to it the first time, like maybe 2 years ago. I was like, I can dig this. I dig it.
Right. It's disc golf music, honestly. It's
Ooh,
for a demographic that you're
that is
not a part of, Wes.
An excellent
no, it's funny.
genre to
It's
throw that in.
because when you said the name of the song, that's the impression I get. It was right after I said I have never heard them, and so I thought that's what you were saying. And so
Now,
that's
Mike got it. Mike was there for it.
wait. So you did mean that? You did mean that?
It was a double entendre. I
Oh,
guess,
okay.
yeah.
Well, that's why I said I'm giving that I don't. Anyway, whatever.
I like the album. I like the band.
I didn't
I'm
think
not ashamed.
I've never heard them. I don't know what to say. You know. Do you like Ween?
I've heard of Ween.
yeah.
I've never listened. I don't think I
I've
can
got,
pinpoint a Ween song.
They've got a song, Baby Bitch. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I don't like Ween. Okay, on this
You
day.
don't like that song?
No. On this day in 2003, AFI's "Sing the Sorrows" released
Mm-hmm.
with "Girls Not Grey," the Leaving Song Part 2, and "Silver and Cold."
I didn't watch a lot of music videos, but that was one of the first music videos I remember seeing.
I never listened to this band.
Oh my
I
god,
can't
that
follow
record
along.
is so good.
I used to see kids in school wearing the fucking Hot Topic wristbands with AFI on it, and I was like,
Speaking of
I don't
big
know
titty
what
goth
this
girls,
you know what I'm saying?
Tuesday.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
March 11th is definitely a day for big titty goth girls.
from here on out, on the 22-minute podcast, March 11th is Big Titty Goth Girl Day.
Oh,
Write
what?
that
311?
down.
Oh, happy 311 day.
no! Oh no!
Ah, you thought you were gonna get away from it. You thought you were gonna get away with it.
And now we're celebrating it in a different way. Like I didn't
Here
mean
we
to.
are.
I didn't mean to honor 311 like this.
Ah, I see.
You gotta come more original.
What? They need to come more original, didn't they? Wasn't one of their biggest singles like a Cure cover?
Yes, it was.
So yeah,
Actually, Adele covered that same song.
you good for them. Who am I? I'm a hater. That's who I am. On this day in 2008, Y released their third studio album, Alopecia. Features the song
These Few Presidents. Oh my God.
Yeah, Good Friday, Nashville, with a G. Great record.
Thought I had a pebble in my sock.
I pulled it off and shook out
shook
a
out a
wasp, and stung as I was, still I stomped it.
Dude, that
I
song
thought
was hard.
there is no paved street worthy
Of your perfect
Of your
Scandinavian feet.
perfect Scandinavian feet.
of your your large pale breasts. Excuse me.
Of your big off tits.
Seriously, yeah, okay, all right.
Speaking of Big Got This, on this day in 2011, Red Riding Hood is released with
hey,
Amanda Seyfried.
it ended up being relevant. What am I
You
supposed
see
to
how
do
this
about
works
that?
out sometimes? I will
Yeah.
never put another film in this shit again.
Unless there's a bit behind it, I can't
It
support.
kind of worked out this
it did.
time by chance.
But I can't support 2011's Battle of
Good,
Los Angeles.
delete it. I've never even
support it.
seen it.
I don't
Is
know
it
who has.
Is that Aaron Eckhart? Is he in that?
Maybe.
I feel like my friend's dad watched that movie and was
Yeah.
like, it's not good.
I feel like that's one of those movies that I would like come home to my parents' house and it's like they purchased it and they've never watched it on Apple streaming
Right.
or whatever.
That's like an affluent movie purchase.
Yeah, why not? Like I've had a couple things of wine and it looks interesting and then I forget that I ever fucking anyway.
I've never even been to LA and they're going to fucking watch that.
Not an affluent film purchase, released on this day in 1994, The Hudsucker Proxy.
No, you know what? Yeah, that's still when the Coen Bros were making their name.
Yeah.
When they were really trying to establish, and I, you know what, they were working through some styles, working things out. Is that the one right before Big Lebowski?
Big Lebowski was later 90s, yeah.
So that makes sense. Was this right after 1994? Jeez, when did Fargo come out?
95.
That's what.
So this would have been
Yeah.
in between Miller's Crossing and
Yes.
Fargo?
Yes. Yeah, see, they were still working the. You know what? I can totally see that. Like, because they got away from the Raising Arizona hilarity humor, and they brought it back with Hudsucker while also having a little more serious and established tone that they kind of did with Miller's Crossing.
Mm-hmm.
And then they really just they fucked it all up. I mean, in a good way. Sorry, they were fucking shit up.
Fucking shit up, yeah.
With Big Lebowski. The real charm of the Big Lebowski is that the plot is so meandering and it really doesn't matter.
Oh, I got those years wrong. It's 96
Yeah.
for Fargo, 98 for The Big Lebowski.
Okay. Yeah, but
Oh, okay.
Yes,
correct
but
order.
Still in those, right.
We were still more going in the chronological feeling of
This is,
the culture. Yeah.
This is the video shop content right now.
Yes.
Coming to you behind the
Well,
scenes.
and to be honest with you, that's why it's appropriate for us to do another podcast more centered around specifically talking about older movies and shit because it's
Because
just
we're all nerds.
it just happens.
Absolutely.
It just happens anyway. So, all right, cool.
How we doing on time?
I mean, we're doing good. I had a little burp. We got about 9 minutes.
Nice. Plenty of time.
I had to burp off of the just a little burp. So cool. We are now to birthdays, guys. Rough. Okay. We already mentioned Johnny Knoxville. Turning 56. Terrence Howard. I almost used just like a compilation of him from
Hustle and Flow.
Hustle and Flow. You know what man is?
Man.
Man ain't no dog. I don't remember what he says. He says something like he said like I mean man individually like a dog, but man as humanity. You know, it's ridiculous. It's so funny. Like that really shows you. Like, listen, I'm a dirty lib, but that really does show you that like that movie comes out and white Hollywood's like give it everything.
Yeah, did he win Best Actor for that?
It won everything. It won
really?
a bunch. Yeah, it won a bunch. Which like it's not that it's bad or anything.
Right.
It just is it really an Oscar movie? I don't know.
Is
Anyway.
Nora, you know?
That's a great question. I've heard that, and I mean, really, any of Sean Baker's films I've seen are like, this is really great, but no, this isn't. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know. Listen, I'm glad Nosferatu isn't nominated. You know what I mean? Like that
Sure,
makes
sure.
sense to
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
So it's not like I'm trying to say that it's a bad movie if it's not Oscar nominated. That's really like, honestly, my favorite shit from last year wasn't nominated.
Yeah.
For anything. So it's not an indictment at all. I'm just more of saying it's interesting what they do choose whenever it's like, oh, let's just like really virtue signal as hard as we can, you know, and they love doing that. Which I don't know that it's bad.
Sure.
It just gets a little annoying. Again, 20 years later, whenever I can play a compilation of Terrence Howard going, my. Anyway, so he ended up being a prima donna. We all know the story of him losing his role in the Marvel universe and losing out on millions and millions of dollars.
Tony.
Did he quit? Yeah,
Tony.
that was pretty good. Did he quit or he like got fired? Or did he get fired? Sorry.
I mean, you know, it's kind of a
He started talking about being able to change your own DNA by using radio frequencies.
because he does talk
and
about.
Well, it's true.
And he's also trying to prove that like he's trying to prove like 1 + 1 is 3 or something like that.
just because you can't do the math doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
You don't know numbers, mate? You don't know number? Anyway, all right. Let's get through some birthdays. Turning 61, Peter Berg. Speaking of virtue signaling, Peter Berg is the guy who makes like he made Patriots Day. He made all those Mark Wahlberg like disaster America movies.
Mark Wahlberg.
Mark Wahlberg. That would have been way more appropriate. You're right. Yeah. You're right, James. But also he did. I do like Lone Survivor, but apparently it's very inaccurate. Now, if I cared about that kind of thing, maybe I'd be upset. But as a movie, I enjoyed it.
We should do a bit where we just like blank out any Mark Wahlberg film that you name, so like people have to guess which one it is because they're all the fucking same.
Especially lately, man. Like it's crazy. That one's a little bit better. It's got Ben Foster in it, and I love and
Ben Foster.
Emil Hirsch as well.
I also love Ben Foster.
Emil Hirsch.
Yeah. So it really, and then the other guy, I can't remember his name. He was in the second season of Taylor Lautner. No, not Lautner. I don't know who that is. Is that the Twilight guy?
Yeah.
You love saying Taylor Lautner.
I know because I don't know who he is.
Every week you bring up Twilight.
What's the deal with these werewolves?
What's the deal? No, Taylor something. He was like on a WB series, but then he was also in like the second season of True Detective or the third season of True Detective with Colin Farrell and shit.
Oh yeah, he
I
was
think I
like
can see his
the
face.
rookie cop.
Yeah, exactly. So
I know who you're talking about.
So overall, it's just a really fantastic movie. It just happens to be directed by a guy who does not care about historical accuracy, and I don't care. I'm not watching it because I'm like, what was the story? No. Anywho, all right.
What really happened?
Speaking of, never mind. Okay. Hey, turning 43, Thora Birch. Guess what I was going to say?
I don't know. I don't know who Thora Birch is.
You don't know who Thora Birch is?
No. I can look her up, though.
Well, you know what a fun fact about her is, and maybe this will give you some context to the joke I was going to make.
Uh-huh.
She had a breast reduction. Died on this day in 2016. Anton Yelchin. R.I.P.
Dude,
Why
Yelchin
is
it
one of your faves?
That was and is still, I think, like the biggest celebrity like letdown for me that has died because
Death, yeah.
he was just working on his Jeep.
Right.
His Jeep fell on him,
Right.
and he died. He was like really good. He was really. I liked his like meek, nerdy. Like,
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Here we go.
I can totally see
And
that.
Terminator
he was in a lot of like
Salvation.
Green Room, like all these fucking movies. Anyway, he was good.
Wasn't he? Who was he in Star Trek?
He was the Russian dude.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't watch that.
I can't remember the name, but yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not that nerdy. Like I'm,
Was it Chekhov?
Yeah, Chekhov.
Yeah.
I knew it was stereotypical. I should have known it was Chekhov. But I'm bad with names, even if the stuff I'm nerdy about. Anyway, all right. Turning 64. No, hey, you know what? We have time. My biggest celebrity death, hands down.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know?
No.
Robin Williams.
Robin Williams.
Oh yeah. You know what?
No question.
I feel really
That's
bad now.
That's my number 2.
Yeah.
Jeez, I gotta look it up now. But I almost put
Yeah.
because Robots came out.
Yeah.
And like I was like, I almost
Here we
put it
go.
on. I almost put it on there because of Robin Williams. Only for Robin
I
Williams.
did watch Robots in theater.
I've never seen it.
It's actually today. Robots came out on this day, 2005.
There you go.
there we
guys.
are.
There you go.
Oh, yes, that's great. That is
R.I.P.
great.
Robin Williams.
Yeah, no joke.
Yeah, I will never knock any opportunity to bring up Robin Williams.
I think my biggest.
Yeah.
Maybe Michael Clark Duncan.
Okay.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
he definitely was a staple of many random 90s childhood
Yep.
stuff. Maybe we
The
shouldn't have
whole
been
9
watching them.
yards, you know.
Right. Maybe I shouldn't have watched that at 9.
Yeah. Oh, right.
But
right.
I did. Thanks, Amanda Pete. Okay. Also having a birthday today, turning 64. Elias is it just Cody's? Or
I think
it's Cotius.
Cotius, something like that. Cotius, something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, Teenage Mutant.
Casey Jones,
right.
dude.
Ooh. Also,
Dude, he's been in so much
right.
stuff.
Benjamin Button. Oh my gosh. I actually randomly So we have a little bit of time here. So what's the director of Poor Things? I'm like Yorgos Lanthimos.
Yeah, I think so.
You know, before
Something along those lines.
before he did Poor Things, it was rumored that he was going to direct a Jim Thompson.
Oh.
Yeah, a novel. He was going to adapt a Jim Thompson novel.
Do you know which novel?
Oh,
he's
my
gonna
favorite
adapt?
one, Population 12.
Fuck yeah! I was hoping you were going to say that.
And it didn't happen, and it's not going to happen. But that led me down a little bit of a. I was like, well, I need to watch a couple movies that I didn't realize were based on some Jim Thompson books. I don't know if they're good, but one of them stars
Oh, that guy?
Elias
Elias,
Koteas.
nice.
So I'm really looking forward to watching that one because I think he's great. I love it.
Dude, it just so happened to come on last night. Thin Red Line just started playing, and I woke
Oh,
up
he
and
is
I was
in
like,
that. I
Elias?
forgot. He's so good, dude.
Dude, there's so many people in that.
Right. He specifically is very underrated. Even though he's been
Yeah.
in so much in Hollywood, obviously, like
Shutter
respects him.
Island.
That's right, dude. He's very good in that little scene. Let's see.
A lot
Oh,
of
this
shit.
one's for Mike turning 62. Alex Kingston.
River Song, Doctor Who's wife in Matt Smith iteration.
Dude,
of
I gotta
Doctor
start
Who.
watching that. I gotta.
Maybe I
it's
should.
in
Would I
like
be
50
annoyed by it?
seasons.
Yeah, but I mean, you can just start
Right.
with like it revamping, coming back in 2005. Start with that series,
Would I be annoyed by it?
probably.
Dang it.
No, but it's
Is
still
it formulaic?
But
it definitely
I would,
becomes formulaic for sure.
I'm okay with that.
But I mean, I like honestly, like they came back 2005. Christopher Eccleston's fucking dope. And then you had what is his fucking name?
Yeah, because it's a new every season. It's a new Who, right?
Not every season,
Series.
but
you know,
yeah. But I mean,
Okay.
so what is his name? Who?
So they're like telling a story
Goblet
that
of
could
Fire.
last
Who's
2
the bad guy
seasons,
in
or-
Goblet of Fire?
Goblet of Fire?
Yeah, what is his name? That actor's name?
Are you, Matt Eye Moody?
No,
Brendan-
Ray Fiennes.
Nope, the guy who
Uh,
took the polyjuice to
Timothy-
the
oh, Martin
Oh,
something?
shit.
Sheen?
no
No.
Martin Sheen. Well, he is
With
probably,
20
Martin
seconds.
Shkreli.
he's one of my favorite Doctor Who's, and I can't remember. We'll just blast it out on Wednesday. We'll tell you tomorrow who that guy is.
It's Martin something. I don't know. 42. No, I know. Turning 42. Lucy DeVito, and then turning 46. Both Benji and who? What's his brother's name?
Oh, I don't
The Madden Bros from Good
they're
Charlotte.
twins?
Bye.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, gross. Speaking of which, one is